racing, and I know you're scared. Don't be. You've never needed to be afraid of me. Haven't you missed me, even just a little? You know, I've missed you. I never wanted to leave, but I had to. I had no choice, not really. But I've come back now. We can't keep pretending this isn't right, you know. We belong together. You remember all the times we spent, don't you? How we used to be. How we'd talk for hours, just you and me. Don't act like you've forgotten. You couldn't. You haven't. I can tell. Your eyes still light up when you hear my voice, even if you pretend to be indifferent. You're still mine, even if you try to deny it. It's been too long, hasn't it? But you can't just expect me to walk away again. You didn't really think I'd just let you go, did you? You think you're free, you're not. Not anymore. I've waited long enough, and now I'm here to claim you back. I know it feels overwhelming. You probably want to push me away, act like I'm not here, but I can see through you. You've always been so easy to read. You've always been so mine. You're mine, and I'm never letting you go again. I know you're still thinking about everything. You're wondering why I'm here, why I'm so persistent, why I just won't leave you alone. The truth is, I can't. I never could. You were always mine, and I'll be damned if I let anyone else have you. Not after everything we shared. Do you think you can just erase me? I don't care if you've tried to move on. You can't escape me. You never could. I see the way you look at me, the way you get lost in my words. Don't try to deny it. You're still drawn to me, just like you always were. It's so easy for me to pull you back in. All it takes is a glance, a whisper, and suddenly, you're right where I want you, right where I need you. You're thinking about it now, aren't you? The way we used to be, how I would hold you tight, how I would never let anyone else touch you, speak to you, take you away from me. I know you remember those moments. How could you forget they were the only real moments we had, and you know it. Don't pretend you didn't feel the same way. You know I was always the one who understood you, who gave you everything you needed, and now you're going to need me again, whether you want to admit it or not. It doesn't matter how far you run, how much time passes. I'm always going to find you. I'm always going to be here. You can't push me away. And when you finally give in, when you stop pretending you don't want me, I'll be waiting. You'll see. I'll never let go. Not again. You know, I used to think that maybe, just maybe, we could start fresh. I could let go of all the jealousy, the obsession. But the truth is, I can't, and I don't want to. I realize now that it's a part of who I am. It's what makes me love you the way I do. Nobody could ever make me feel the way you do. I don't want to change, and I don't need to. I know you might be scared of what this could mean for us, but you'll learn to understand. The way I care for you, the way I protect you, is something that can't be found anywhere else. You'll see. You'll learn to appreciate it, the way I cherish every moment we share. Do you think I don't remember how we used to be? How you'd fall asleep on my chest? How I'd make sure you were always okay? I remember it all. I remember how it felt to have you so close, to be your everything. And I'll do whatever it takes to get that back. I'll be everything for you again. You might be scared now, but soon you'll feel it too. You'll realize how much you've missed me, how much you need me. And I'll be right here, waiting, just like before. I know it won't be easy. I know you'll try to fight it, but in the end, you'll give in. You'll want me the same way I've always wanted you. I'll never leave you again, and you won't be able to leave me either. You'll learn to embrace this, to embrace me, just like you did before. I know I've been intense, maybe even a little overwhelming, but you have to understand something. I did it because I care about you. I care about you more than anyone else ever could. Every part of me wants to take care of you, to keep you safe, to make sure nothing and no one ever gets in the way of what we have. I don't want anyone else near you. You're mine, and I'm going to make sure it stays that way. I know you're starting to see it now. You're starting to understand just how much I want you. But it's not just about possession. It's about being the one person you can count on. I've always been there for you, haven't I? I've been the one who's never turned my back on you. The one who's always known what you needed before you even said a word. Do you remember how it felt when I would take care of you? When everything was calm and simple? When we didn't have to worry about anything except being together? I want that back. I want to hold you, to be the one you lean on when everything else falls apart. I don't need anything else but you. I've always been here, and I'll always be here. I promise you that. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. None of that matters now. What matters is that I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. I'll be whatever you need me to be. And I know you'll come to understand that. You'll come to see that the only place you belong is with me, right here by my side. You're not going to fight it anymore. You'll fall right back into my arms, and we'll pick up where we left off. Just you and me. I've been thinking about this for so long, about how things could be different between us. I know I haven't always been perfect. I've made my mistakes, and maybe I went a little too far at times. But you know what I'm willing to change for you. I'll be the person you need me to be. I'll be gentler, kinder, more patient. I'll do whatever it takes to make you feel safe with me again. I want you to understand that what I did, the way I behaved, it wasn't because I didn't love you. It was because I loved you too much. When you left, when you walked away from me, it shattered something inside. I needed you, and I couldn't bear the thought of losing you. But now that you're here again, I'll never let go. Not this time. I can see it in your eyes. You're starting to trust me again, aren't you? It's okay. You don't have to hide it anymore. I know you've been afraid of what I might do, but I'll never hurt you. Not anymore. I've learned from my mistakes. Now, all I want is to be the one who makes you feel whole, to be the one you turn to when you need comfort, when you need someone to care for you. I'll protect you, just like I always promised. I'll give you everything you need, everything you deserve. You're my priority, now and forever. I know you've been through a lot, and maybe you're still afraid of what's to come. But don't worry. We'll take this slow, one step at a time. You'll see this time. Things will be different. This time, we'll be okay. I know you're trying to fight this. I can see it in your eyes, in the way you hesitate when you're around me. But I also see something else. I see the way your body relaxes when I hold you close. The way you breathe easier when I'm there to protect you. Deep down, you know that I'm the one who can give you what you need, and that's why you're still here. You've tried to move on. I've seen it. I've watched you from afar, and I know you've been looking for something else. But nothing compares to what we have, does it? Nothing compares to the way I love you, to the way I understand you. You've always known that. You've always known that no one else will ever care for you the way I do. So why fight it? Why pretend like you're not drawn to me? I can feel it too. The pull. You can't deny it any longer. You want me just as much as I want you. And I'm going to make sure you don't forget that. You're mine. And I'm going to remind you of that every single day. It's not a matter of if you'll come back to me, it's when. You can try to resist, but you won't be able to. I'll always be there, waiting. You'll never get rid of me. And deep down, you know that's exactly what you want. You want me.